welcome to the Monstercast.
Welcome back to the Monstercast.
There is something
Welcome back to the Monstercast.
There is something up my ass.
Welcome back to the Monstercast.
Most drawn out intro ever.
Welcome back to the Monstercast.
Up my ass.
Okay, from that intro, we really like Space Island, especially compared to Space Island.
Welcome back to the Monstercast.
Alright then, with that being said, today we're doing Space Island. And I'm excited.
Yeah, Space Island.
We've gone from the present to the past. So we are now doing Space Island.
I'm excited for this one, not gonna lie.
Is good.
Alright guys, as per usual, what is your opinion on Space Island Update 1?
I wasn't there for that. I have no opinion on it.
I don't think I've really thoroughly heard about Space Island Update.
We're not that old, bro.
Y'all,
I have
bro.
not seen. Let me look it up.
Well, I guess I'm the only one who was there for that. Update 1 Space Island, it was good, but it got better.
Alright, fair. That's good to hear. But the real question is, this is a relevant question, because whoever talks about Update 1 of any of the Dawn of Fire Islands?
I just think it's fun to look back and see how far this
island
has
There's
come.
literally no, at least it's not like Cave Island where there's no percussionist.
Oh yeah, that's right. I know that.
Just Noggin and Drumpler.
I mean, that's two more percussionists
Oh,
than
and
Cave Island.
Pommel.
Pommel, yes, who could forget Pommel?
I know. Wait, holy, the fact that the current amount of Cave Island percussionists is the same amount as, like, the amount of percussionists in Space Island Update 1. Because, like, I think both had 3 percussionists.
Pong Pang, Shelby, Dumpies, Unhisalen, Noggin, Pommel, Drumpler.
Alright. Anyways, yeah. Space Island Update 1, it was something. But, like...
Yeah, you can tell, like, none of us except for Hollow have an opinion on it. Because we just weren't that old.
Where does the song even start?
In the beginning?
Yeah, the same intro that's always started. That's how MSM songs
I think
work.
Leon's talking about how back in the day the song would just start out whichever monster loaded in first.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I've heard of that, where like in the early days of Dawn of Fire, songs would start whatever monsters loaded in first.
That used to confuse me so much. I was like, wait, why is content
I never
starting
got
with
to
Dumble?
experience that, so I have nothing to say on it.
Alright. Humble beginnings for Space Island, but with that being said, that out of the way, let's get really into it. So, first monster up is... Alright, first monster up is Potbelly.
Potbelly, more like Hogbelly.
Alright, you already know.
I agree, High Star. Potbelly is a pretty good monster on Space Island.
I'm glad you agree, so let's get into why Potbelly's so good.
Okay. I think I really do want to say, like, Space Island has some really cool, like, chords, I guess. Like,
I see what you're doing it.
Cool, like, notes. Like, particularly, like, in the Potbelly verse.
Yeah, there's a lot of great duets in the Potbelly verse. And what I think really makes Space Island great is that it has this very serene, majestic theme. And Potbelly, for a bit more boisterous as it is compared to everything else playing, is really good.
Very spunky.
Exactly.
Da-da-da-da, like adds rhythm to the verse.
Wait, no, that's
I'm just not realizing, it reminds me of Squidward's Tiki Land.
Whoa.
What?
Squidward.
It's similar, but not the same. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, it has, like what Liam was saying earlier, like a similar progression in that regard.
Oh,
And
okay.
we're saying it's good.
It's got great duets all around.
Exactly.
It just has such a good chord progression.
It's basically a monster that's made to do it on this island every out.
Yeah, this monster is at least getting massively contributes, but would we put it any higher than that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah, that tier is perfect for it.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Common Potbelly W.
All right,
On
next
my
monster
Psychic
then.
Island, then it would be a Potbelly Owl.
Bro.
Of course.
There's
Even
not too much
when
to
we're in
say
the
on
past,
Potbelly, and that's
we-
okay, because he does good. And
How
next
does,
up,
how does Leon Plunger in the past, bro?
all right, next up is Flower.
Ooh,
Flower,
ooh,
more like
ooh,
Power.
ooh. It's a simple monster. I do like the rhythm, but there's
I wouldn't
not
say
much
it
to talk
exists.
about
It's
the
like-
flower.
Yeah, because it's like, I think it's very good at like, it's at setting up the intro and adding more interesting stuff in the later verses it plays.
I agree.
It does its job perfectly.
Adding variation later on, that's
Oh
really
yeah,
important.
with Potbelly and Flower, that reminds me of like a thing that I want to say that isn't really music related. The animations of Space Island actually fucking slap.
I think, yeah, they don't contribute any. Well, no, that's not what I mean. Like, yeah, I think they weren't being mentioned here.
Yeah,
They're not
Space
gonna
Island.
like raise the monsters' points or anything or take away. They're just fun to talk about. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
Like
be talking about
I
them.
love, like this is probably like the only island with like a gimmick for its animation. It's like all of the monsters are like in low gravity.
Mm-hmm.
And like most of the monsters did an excellent job of conveying this animation style.
I agree, Leon.
Honestly,
You're right on the money.
I wish the same applies to Psychic Island. Honestly,
Oh my god.
Okay, you know, we had a thing going, and then you just had to, you had to bring it up.
Bro.
How do
Alright,
you
Flower.
fund your
I
long
think Flower
past?
is a really
How do you
good
fund
opening
your from the
monster.
Future, man.
It comes back later in the Furcon versus to add variety. It's not the most complex thing. It's not as good as Potbelly, but I think it still warrants a high tier.
It's the perfect, like, it's got perfect emphasis too. Like, it's not too whispery, but it's not too like unhearable either.
It's funny because like this gruff monster is very atmospheric on this island. It just works.
Exactly, that's what it is.
I think it's
See,
high tier.
no matter what period of time Flower's based.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
This is one of the better adult flowers. Alright, next one. Let's see what it is. It's gonna be
Take your time, Hollow. Take your time.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
Drumpler.
Oh, boy.
Drumpler, more like Humpler.
Drumpler, yeah, Drumpler's pretty underwhelming actually.
What?
Oh, this Drumpler is great.
I wish it plays more. Like, you know.
Okay, I will give you this.
wish
I've
Drumpler
seen a ton of people say that Drumpler should have played in the DH outro. I see the vision, but I also think what we have now is fine. And Drumpler is also
Exactly what
perfect
I
for
was
this island
building up to.
because of like the very orchestral theme it has as well. So obviously a snare drum is gonna pop off, and it only playing where it plays once helps add variation to the percussion line because this song has a lot of repeating verses. So Drumpler being unique to like one of those helps things not feel stale. Like, oh yeah, this first verse has a lot going for it because it's got Drumpler. So
Drumpler.
I think it's good.
I do
Drumpler.
agree that Drumpler should have played in the outro because it does that in the soundtrack and it's amazing. I also kind of
Mhm.
wish that another percussion monster, like maybe Rebetilla, would come in during the Toe Jammer verse to help add variation. But for Drumpler himself, really good, really good. Adds that marching, driving feeling to that Toe Jammer verse when it plays.
Exactly.
It may only play once, yes, it does a lot.
Yeah. Like there's
Does
something
this
wrong with
count
it.
for massively contributes?
Yep, that's another massively
Yeah,
contributes.
it does, because you notice, because when Drumpler doesn't play, you notice it, because the verse it plays and repeats 3 times, one with Drumpler, one with no percussion, and one with just noggin. So you notice the difference it makes.
You mean?
And it do it really well, like obviously, like with Toe Jammer and whatnot.
One with Drumpler, one with Bowhead, and one with Noggin.
Noggin, or like Poggin.
True.
All right, who's
We're gonna
next?
talk about Noggin.
No, we're not talking about Noggin because we're gonna see what we're actually gonna
We're
talk
talking
about. It's
about-
gonna be Stog. Oh.
Stog, more like Pog.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay,
this is the first
oh.
legendary tier that we have on this
Yeah.
easily.
Cool.
yeah, exactly. Stog is like this is like probably like the best dog ever and one of the best monsters on Space Island.
This
I mean,
is
that goes without saying, without question.
absolutely
literally carries, bro.
insane.
Well, where do we begin? What makes Stog so
Okay,
legendary?
but first of all, like, it's an instrumental, yet the song actually gives it spotlight in the beginning and the end. So that's
It actually fits. It has like at least 3 different sound fonts, and it fits like atmospherically in every single verse it plays in.
it does chords, it does
Like,
counter
It has that
melody, it does
slow
harmony.
droning sound for the intro. Like things are just gonna get started. And it has like the spacey synths and the toe jammer verse that
Stog is such in Dawn of Fire. It really goes to show how much of a versatile monster Stog is, and just synths in general.
When Stog remembers that it has like other tracks in MSM1.
It's atmospheric. It has that synthetic theremin sound. It's got like it does a similar thing that Potbelly does. Freaking, it's all spunky in the outro. It does everything.
It does melody, it does
But
harmony,
it
it does chords, it does counter melody. What doesn't it do?
And the Thief verse.
It's so filling, too.
There's so much love.
So much of the personality of the song. God, I don't think we're doing it justice, but it's so good.
We are. Our words cannot do Stog justice.
Yeah. I think this was also the first occasion of appearance of Stog's iconic.
I mean, on Continent it goes da 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 da, and then it goes a bit fast. I mean, Hollow's the spokesperson for Continent, but you know what I mean. I'm just saying.
On Continent, no, it's different on Continent.
At least the didn't get old because that's like its second island.
Yeah, like it was doing a lot of things, and then they just said, "Oh, we like this specifically. We're just gonna keep using it."
And then you kept using it.
In like Firehaven, Fairy Island,
and
Bone
using it,
Island,
and it wasn't until Bone
No,
Island
they
that we
shook
got
it up with
something.
Bone Island, but we're not talking about those.
Yeah, Bone Island is for another day.
Yeah, again, just this monster does it all: counter melody, chords, harmony, everything.
This doggo does it all.
You literally cannot have Space Island without Stog.
You can't. You just can't.
Who would?
You don't have an outro or an intro
I'll tell
or
you who
anything.
would. Dinosaur haters, and we don't like them around these parts.
True, and it's a Stegosaurus, and that's my favorite dinosaur, so it gets extra points for that.
Dave.
My favorite dinosaur is the Brachiosaurus.
Based.
No.
Again, I don't think we're doing it justice, but it's one of those things where you just gotta listen to it and you'll understand.
Yeah.
Alright, next monster.
Stog is very pog.
God, oh!
What, are we talking about Cybop?
No, we went from Stog to Tring.
Let's go. String, more like Ting.
String isn't that bad on Space Island.
What do you mean? Tring is literally Tring.
This is why I put that exists here, because this is where Tring is gonna go, because it's just nothing.
I mean, it's a triangle, so like, what do you... Okay, fair. Amber Island exists, but like, if you're not doing what Amber Island did, like, what... I mean, fair.
I mean, on Continent, it does transition. On Amber Island, it
Yeah,
also
this
does
one it
transition.
does it too, like, it not flourish. Like, one thing... There's
on Space Island too, because it does the ding when it goes to the beginning of the verse.
It's like that little flair, but like, one of my favorite things that Tring does is in the first time when Bowhead plays, and that verse loops for the second time, that's when Tring plays, and there's like a microscopic pause, but like Tring plays there, and it's satisfying to me.
The thing is that it just completely outclassed by Clambo.
True.
It just does the same thing as Clambo, but Clambo just transitions better.
Actually, really, I feel like Clamble is the one underperforming. Tring is like exactly expected.
Nah,
That's fair. I mean, I think Lena's the point, because we've seen what Clamble can do. Tring, I mean, again, Triangle, Roll, and Amber Island, but like, aside from that, Tring is just doing everything it can do.
Actually kind of
can use,
disagree.
Its ride symbol,
because like
its close
you can do more with a triangle.
Like every single symbol it can play with.
You can do more with a triangle than just this.
Obviously, but did it need to be more?
Yes.
All right. What should Tring have done?
It could have done a rhythm to add variation to the Toe Jammer verse. It could have accented off of Repetillo. It could have done some flourish in the end. Just anything, really. Just
I mean, did do some flourish in the end.
Does I don't think so. Like again, Clanville just outclasses it. So it's pretty nothing in the full song.
I mean, you do hear it at least. It's not a quiet train.
You do hear it, but it has no impact. Like if you remove it, nothing happens because you
I
still have
think-
Clanville.
I mean, I pointed out earlier it does. I'd argue it does.
I don't.
But
think
it's
so.
not like, well, like it's not like people are freaking out of it. It's just like, oh yeah, that's a cool subtle triangle. I like that.
I think this is like the least impactful train sound, to be honest.
Even Haven does more.
Okay, obviously Haven
I
does
don't
more
feel like-
because they
No,
listened
Haven
to what
brings
people were
the
saying they
same
did more.
thing.
No shit, they did more with Tring and MSM1 when they brought it back.
He does more on
Yeah,
Continent.
Like Amber Island. That Trig is like probably the one fire monster that's actually improved in MSM1.
Dromedary.
Bro,
Motherfucking dromedary.
Continent
no, guys, the
Dromedary.
fire monsters were never bad, and you guys are tweaking.
No, you're right, High Score. You're right, I agree.
We gotta end it on a positive note. Tring exists.
He exists.
It exists to exist here with you, but it's alright, Train.
Alright.
You wham in our hearts.
Hey,
It could have been more, and it makes me salty that it wasn't more, but whatever.
maybe we should have like one more tier for like another monster with like the air and the earth element.
We shall see. Next monster.
And
And our next monster is Noggin.
Oh, if
Noggin?
we're talking about Noggin, we should also talk
More
about
like
Congo.
Hagen.
legendary
Yeah,
with
Okay, guys, if we talk about Noggin, we should also talk about Congo since they do similar roles but in different verses.
Stop thinking ahead and we talk about what we're talking about now.
Head, get it? Because
Oh my
Noggin.
god.
No one asked. Alright, Noggin. I vibe with this Noggin hard.
Again,
'Cause
faster
the
paced
sound
Noggins
font
are
that they use
better.
for it is great, and it's a really interesting rhythm too. The dun 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 dun. And it's like it's a really satisfying sound to listen to.
What
and
have
love
I
it
been
so much.
preaching? What have I been preaching since forever? That the faster paced Noggins are always superior.
Yes. This is the second. I think this is the second best noggin. Second
It's
only
like-
to only,
Noggin is
Yeah, we know it's behind Firehaven.
of course.
Noggin is like, I wouldn't say cocked for gameplay reasons, but like it's always a very simple, underwhelming monster for like gameplay reasons because it's an easy monster to get, so it's not very impactful. But in later games, they decide let's bring out its potential.
I mean, like, the outer islands and the magical islands are not really easy islands to get.
Well, I'm talking about Noggin specifically. Like you just buy it for like 10 coins. You wait a second for it, so you get something that's like worth that amount of effort.
I mean,
But
you don't.
then they
just
realized that
buy
like you can do
Noggin
more
on
with
Space-
Noggin musically, and so they made it pop off.
Okay, no, you do not just buy Noggin on Space Island. You have to You have to level it up all the way to level 10. With
It's
that
not hard to clean. Are you telling me you struggle to level up a Noggin in Dawn of Fire? That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me, bro.
Bro thinks Noggin is Snarls on
Listen up.
Cave.
He's silent now. He's silent now.
What I'm saying is that it warrants the faster sound.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree with us, Liam.
Bro really be like, this thing is as hard to get as Snarls on Cave Island.
Literally. I was to say, Liam took 2.5 months to get a Noggin on Space.
It's the main percussionist of the intro. It's the main percussionist of the Toe Jammer parts later on. It's got good pace. I don't think it's as good as Continent. No surprise there.
I mean, Noggin carrying in an island on its own.
I
is
mean,
impressive
hey.
on
You
its
just
own.
put Noggin and massively contribute.
Noggin carries!
I think-
Noggin
I
carries!
think we put it above and beyond.
I mean, alright, I'm not opposed, but like, I mean, let's compare it to like Noggin's. I mean, I can see where it was coming from. Where it's like, Noggin was a very, prior to Dawn of Fire, Noggin's a very simple monster, not really doing much. So by Noggin standards, at this time, it is going above and beyond
True,
Why
but
not?
Okay,
Noggin
yeah,
standards.
I'm thinking of
because of
this.
how much more impactful and how much more memorable it is too.
okay, here's the deal. If we put Noggin in Above and Beyond, we're putting Continent Noggin Above and Beyond too.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
And I'm not opposed to that one, bro.
Alright, it's going
I
Above
mean,
and
we're
Beyond
gonna
then.
We'll
every
put it there for
Noggin
now.
monster in Above and Beyond.
I think it'll stay there. I think it's warranted. Bro. It's a
Wrong.
short loop, but I think it works a
Space
lot.
Island literally has no atmosphere. Why the fuck are you burping?
It's a space island, not ethereal
You
workshop.
leave me and my burps alone, man.
Bro, we're not talking about their workshop.
Alright.
War.
Whoop.
Next monster.
Mm.
We're gonna talk about Cybop.
It's not gonna be Cybob. It's gonna be Sponge.
Oh, yeah.
Sponge. More like sponge.
Yes.
I like the
this one.
sponge.
This one is a damn good melody.
Okay, but like, question:
What?
can nobody at BBB whistle nowadays?
I
don't
mean,
know.
not everyone can whistle, but I like the direction they took for it because, like, it's a half whistle, half theremin, which is like perfect for space themed islands because, like, theremins are associated with space because, like, ooh, alien abduction. So, like, how could they not do that? And I think in execution, it's really good.
Not to mention the melody. It's so good. It's like,
It's a perfect counter melody to Furcorn.
I agree, Era, I agree.
Yeah, I didn't know that Theramine is on Space Island.
Yo, oh my gosh, Sponge is a seasonal track because it's made to literally amplify Furcorn.
Yo, seasonal track, Sponge.
Seasonal track.
What is Sponge the seasonal of?
It's
So-
Furcorn. It's the counter melody to Furcorn.
It's the seasonal SpongeBob SquarePants anniversary.
True. Seasonal SpongeBob anniversary.
I don't think it's above and beyond, but I think it's really solid. I put it
Oh yeah, it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't put it above Beyond, but it is getting at least nicely contributes.
below
Yep.
Potbelly.
It's just they utilize Sponge perfectly on this island.
Good Sponge. Good Sponge.
I like how we're
Sponge.
talking about the counter melody before the main melody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like we're using a random number generator, and we're
True.
not just talking about. Oh, we're gonna talk about Psybop. We're gonna talk about Psybop.
Type up this,
We're gonna
type up
talk about
that, type up
Furcorn.
everything. Alright, is that all we gotta say about Sponge?
Yeah. Ugh.
Alright, next monster.
I wonder.
Congo.
What's cool? See, we get to talk about Combo now.
Evil Congo.
It's inferior to Noggin. Like, I don't think it has as complex of a rhythm, and it only plays in one verse.
It does. It overpowers Deej,
No, it doesn't.
and alright, fine. It doesn't overpower Deej, but it kind of just exists for me because it's like it doesn't do anything wrong for me. But okay, I will say this since we were talking about it. I like how in its animation when it sways from side to side, there's a follow through with its eyes. Like, the eyes drag behind it. That's really endearing. I like that.
A lot of
He's
people.
in Congo, more like, we got
He's having a
Noggin
good
and
time. I can
Ripple
respect him for that.
It's like a lot of people see it as nothing. I just vibe to it. I think it's a vibe.
No, it is a vibe. Dun 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 dun. Like, yeah, he's not doing anything wrong. He's having a good time.
I don't know where I would put it.
That's what I'm saying. Because it definitely is a flaw. Well, I mean, I did say in my opinion, I think it overpowers
Average
Deej.
air filler.
So I would almost say it's flawed, but I wouldn't say it
It's average
exists.
air filler. It's literally an average monster.
Because
I think Leon is right on this one.
yeah, I can get behind that. Because like with Noggin, we had a lot to say about Noggin, but with Congo, it's like there's just not. We just don't have much to say about Congo as we do Noggin.
Oh, do we? Actually, nah, I don't think we would. Are we gonna call Dring an air filler?
No,
Or it doesn't just exist?
it just exists.
Okay, fair.
Alright.
What is the difference between average air filler and exists?
On average
Kind of
air filler,
confusing.
the monster's
It's an
main role
average
is
monster that kind of does its role in a song. It fills the air.
yeah, that's when it's an average air filler. It's just that it's just filling in air very averagely. Whereas exists, it's just so nothing.
I see. All right, thanks.
All right, next monster. It's gonna be. There's one monster in
Okay.
particular I'm really looking forward to talking about.
Hi, Bob.
It's not this one. I got Clamble.
Shut the fuck up, Lee.
Clamble. Yeah, as said, I really do feel like that Clamble really could have done a lot more.
I think
Yeah,
Clamble does enough, but it doesn't really impress me.
Like, I honestly think ride symbols would work really good on Space Island.
I agree.
I'm not disappointed with it, but it's like I don't really care for it.
Me neither. Like it's just it's painfully simple, even by
It's
Clamble
at
standards.
most getting average air filler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a fair. Yeah, that's completely fair.
it's probably
It's
more
like it's
important.
not harming or doing anything wrong.
It's
So
probably more important than
yeah, it's
Clamble.
getting average air.
I mean, it at least has a crash symbol.
Yeah, like it does what it needs to do.
I can't
But again, it's
believe
like
that
we
this
said
is.
earlier about Noggin. Like it's not doing anything remarkable. It's like, oh, it probably could have done more. Could have done
Honestly, I think what's kind of like, I don't know, like bad about Clamble is that this is its only island and on a fire besides continent.
It should have gone to space. I will keep preaching this till the end of time. It should have gone to cave.
Like it didn't, and like it has such a minimal role in space. Like I feel like I would have appreciated if it had another role on like another island, like Party Island, Cloud Island, or even Cave.
I've been
Basically-
preaching Cave Island forever now. I think Clamble, yeah, Clamble's just, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not offended by it, but there's nothing really much to say about it.
All right, next monster then. Who's it gonna be?
Cybop.
Ask and ye shall receive, cause the name generator got Cybop.
Thank
Great, yo!
God.
Let's fucking go! We got the best monster on Space Island!
We get it, Leon. You look like Cybop. That's why he's so high.
Nice.
Oh!
Don't you like don't you like robotic lyric?
Yeah, I do like lyric monsters that have metal jaws and they
One
play
eye.
at the
Yeah,
end and they say
love
lyrics.
robotic. I love robotic monsters that have lyrics that have metal jaws that play at the end of the song.
Yeah, they're so great, like this monster. I'm not even being sarcastic. I do like Space Cybop.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty good.
Alright,
I
here's
like-
my
like how it-
thing. That reaching up
It is.
to
If
this
that's been
guy.
obvious, though, whenever Leon likes to do this thing, it's usually because a monster is controversial. So we gotta get into that.
Alright, the thing about Cybop is that, okay, there's a lot of things that are controversial about Cybop, but my thing in particular is they're reaching up to the sky. I don't like that it sounds so dead inside, and I don't think the effects made it better.
I agree.
That
Like
three,
Cybop sounds so dead inside for like what would have been such an uplifting lyric.
I think he's trying.
Reaching up to the.
I think it's almost. I feel like obviously they're not trying to make it sound dead. It feels like they might have been going for something more serene or like calming,
I don't.
atmospheric.
I
guess.
do not think
I do not
robot.
think the D's verse is supposed to be
Yeah, I
atmospheric.
get the point.
He plays like
Like,
acid.
If that's what they were going for, Cybop probably wasn't what they should have used it on.
It's very. Wow, this is like an
They
inverse of
didn't
what we
use
usually talk
Cybop,
about.
and
But
they
like,
didn't use it on that particular verse. Like it probably should have been used on like the second Toe Jammer verse.
usually
or
when I
whatever.
talk about pacing issues, it's usually something's too fast paced. But in this case, I actually think it's too slow paced for the end.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's just it's
No, I can see the criticism though.
it's
I can see where they're
underwhelming.
coming
It's
from.
very underwhelming.
Yeah, I can see how it'd be underwhelming, especially because it's like Cybop, a monster that's known more for like fast-paced scat, like
The last and the
like
the last
Cybop could have done that.
the last original game monster at that. The last natural before mimic.
True.
Dude. Okay, it's not the last original game monster because I'm pretty sure the last original game monster is Gnarls
You know, true. Last
and Hula. Actually, no, the last original game monster is Gajoob and Yostrich.
Yeah.
I mean,
The la-
well, they weren't planned at the time, and we had no idea.
Yeah, the last original game monster that was in the original game at the time, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
a fan of
they're a
this.
product of its time.
Personally, I'm just not a fan of this. Never have been.
That's
Are we gonna make a
understandable.
new tier for
No, I put it in contributes, but can be flawed.
How
'Cause
about
it definitely does make an impact.
I'll put it there anyways. We might come back
Imagine
to
if
it.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to put it.
Imagine if Cybop was more like that, one lyric monster at the end of the song with the metal jaw.
I kind of wish it went to Party Island. I think that would have fit.
Yeah, true. It's like a fish-like monster. It would have fit on Party.
All right, next monster.
You might be cooking me.
Exactly. Leanne, see?
All
Alright, next up is Snizer. Halfway through.
Snizer, my girl.
Yeah, no, this thing exists. Literally, like, it already, like, just exists for me, and then Bowhead just makes it even more pointless.
I mean, it's base,
I mean, it
so...
doesn't do anything wrong. At most, it's getting average air filler.
But honestly, I think it's literally, like, the least impactful base ever. Probably because there's already, like, some bassy
I
monsters.
mean, I like its duet with
Very
Pommel.
similar melody. Like,
Pommel.
I'm pretty sure, like, Sousa and ToeJam are kind of bass register.
There are a lot of
And
bassy
of course,
tracks in the silent.
Ballhead later on is bass register.
They're
Like, I
not
see what you mean.
bass.
Like, there's so many other monsters that do bassy stuff as well. Like, I can see where you're coming from. It's like, oh yeah, Snizer was redundant on this island, especially when it was already on a cloud and doing so much more.
I mean, you do
It's
notice
like,
if you take it out.
It's not insulting. Like,
It's kind of
it
the
is
same
what it
thing
is.
with, like,
Bad.
every castle base ever, because, like,
But it's mostly just because it does the most basic thing ever.
it's,
oh yeah, it is undeniably extremely, extremely basic.
you know, looking back at it, it's made me realize that Snizer does not have a very good track record.
What
I
do
mean,
you
it has
mean, bro?
Cloud
Snizer
Island and
pops off.
Continent and
You
Amber.
got Continent, Cloud, which are OP, and then everything else is mid as hell.
I mean,
bro,
Amber
we
is
did not
not
say Amber
bad.
Snizer was mid.
I said that, and I stand by that.
Yeah, Amber
That
is
was
not
like, well,
bad.
that is an unpopular opinion then, because everyone and their mom loves Amber Snizer.
I don't see anyone talking about Ember Snizer, but whatever.
Bro, it was extremely
Bro, I
hype.
love
You know
it
what?
when
That's,
Amber
you know what? I'm not
Snizer
gonna be like Leon and talk about something completely unrelated and irrelevant to anything else.
Okay, this being said, it has to be average air filler at least, because it is filling
At
and it is
least.
base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the highest it can
Agree to
get.
disagree, but mostly because I feel like there's definitely other base monsters.
No,
No, I see.
no.
I completely see where you're coming
There's
from.
basey monsters, but Snizer is the actual, like, proper base.
Yeah.
Alright, next
'Cause it's like,
monster.
the thing with the other monsters is that they can do more than just base, but Snizer is the base monster.
The base
Until
monster.
God
Because you
sent
know
King
I'm
Death
all about the
Sentence.
base. About the base.
I
No
mean,
trouble.
you don't have to be an actual base to like
It's
fulfill.
all about that base. About that base.
Alright, next up is
Videos getting
Furcorn.
Another
Copyrighted
Amber
claim.
character would have been
Let's
Flamon.
go.
Alright, Furcorn. Okay.
Legendary.
Here, let's move it on.
Legendary
One
tier.
of the most iconic tracks in the band.
Legendary.
One of the
This is
most iconic.
probably like the second best Furcorn.
Okay, that's...
Well, either the
it's
second
like-
best Furcorn or the third best
Oh
Furcorn.
my god, it's like Light
Well, who's
Island,
the first
Continent, and
best?
Space Island, which take your pick.
Yeah, Light Island, Continent, or Space Island. These are like the three best Furcorns.
God, this is the first legendary Furcorn, it won't be the last.
And
Good.
like the animations like perfectly complement Furcorn on Space Island and Furcorn.
Yeah, he does like a super jump.
Like yeah, when Furcorn does the high note, it does the super jump.
I can't hit that Furcorn high note. Damn it.
I know I can't, so I'm not even gonna try.
It actually fits the tone of this song perfectly in every single way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his voice.
Furcorn really is like that monster with like the small sound but the big impact.
Small
yeah,
sound? This is
that's
not a
pretty-
small
It's
sound.
no wonder he's the man. It's no wonder he's one of
Like
the three.
Furcorn literally sounds small.
No, what do
Like,
you
it's this
mean? He does
little
not sound
guy.
small.
Yeah, it's no wonder he's one of the three mascots of the game.
True.
Four mascots even.
Why are you considering Flugel a mascot?
Are you
No,
stupid?
it's freaking Mammoth, Furcorn, Pom Pom, and Kena.
And Pango!
Pango! Pango carries! Pango carries!
And no cares, he's not even on the island. What do you mean?
He still carries. He's here in spirit.
True! Hold on, we
Okay,
got baby
sure.
Pango in chat. We're gonna put Pango in legendary tier. Oh, and
yeah,
there's...
yeah, that's true. That's true. We gotta do that.
Hello, baby guy from Magical Tundra. It's nice to see you again.
All right,
Good
next.
times, good times.
Furcorn is beautiful. Vocal performance 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with this. Of course, it's legendary. You know it just by listening to it. Next monster. And it's gonna be. All right. It's Rudy Toot.
Yo,
Can we just talk about
Rudy
all
Toot.
three of them?
All right, yeah. Let's talk
And,
about
like, how they like
Toe Jammer, Rudy Toot,
and, like,
Souza.
how they synergize with one another. Because like I think you have to talk about all three of them to really get the whole picture.
Okay,
Yeah,
Toe
they're all
Jammer
very
and
good.
Souza do a unison together, and then Rudy Toot comes in and then becomes a harmony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still somewhat of a unison. Rudiju just plays at a higher register.
Yeah, unison is when you play at the same pitch, and then harmony becomes when you're at different pitches.
Cool.
But yeah, like Toejammer kind of adds like this timbre because it's the only vocalist of the trio. Souza adds like an immense amount of bass into this,
It's not
which would
bass.
make neither redundant, but that's beyond the point.
It's
And
not
then
bass.
Rudiju adds this higher harmony to it.
Yeah.
It's
It's the iconic trio. I think it's the iconic trio of Space Island. I think
the iconic Space Island melody.
I think
Iconic Space Island melody.
I think at least they deserve Magically Confused, or they could get above and
No,
beyond.
they're getting above and beyond, but like Souza adds
Yeah,
the
it's
power,
fantastic.
Rudy Toot adds the melodic emotion into it, and then Toe Jammer's the charm.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, so yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Toe Jammer
that
has
is-
that classic
that is-
MSN charm.
That's like a really good way of describing it. Like you got like these two orchestral monsters, and then you just got this goofy little
Yeah, I'm just a
guy.
reason. Bro actually freaking popped the hell off with that.
It's like he's trying his best to fit in the orchestra, and you know what? He does
Yeah.
fit well in the
That is
orchestra.
like the best way I've ever heard someone describe those three monsters. Props. Hats off to you, Hollow.
Thank you, thank you.
Hollow has quite a way with the words.
Such a way with words.
No one's gonna
How
get
dare
that.
exemplifies why MSM is such a charming
Call
game.
me Toe Jammer because I'm wet right now.
Bro. Oh my god, I spilled water.
Bro!
Right when we were talking
Well,
about
call Hollow Toe Jammer because he's wet too.
I just spilled it on myself.
Dude, I literally said before we started this, I have water with me, or maybe you got it in the video, but I have water with me too. I drank all of it and didn't spill a single drop of it, bro. Get good.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask.
All right. Speaking of water,
Wait, I think we should talk about the melody itself.
That's true.
I like that one note before the C note.
I like the part where it goes up and goes down. Da, 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 da. Like, it's such a
Such an uplifting
well-conceived
melody.
melody.
Like this is like the melody for Space Island.
This
and
is-
they locked in.
It's like one of the most iconic melodies in all of MSM.
Like I don't think like any monster would try to compete with this melody in Space Island. Like even
Exactly.
Bowhead kind of does a counter melody to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Counter melody, you say? We'll talk about the
It's
counter
very-
melody later.
It feels space.
It
Very
is
orchestral.
space.
Dun, dun, dun.
This
Dun.
island has such a unique identity to it. I love it.
Same.
These three are definitely a huge
Yeah,
component
Bowhead
of
is
that.
definitely the counter melody since it goes down when the guys go up.
Actually, you know what?
Mhm.
I'm complimenting Legendary tier. It's like, see, because like the
We
melody
are rating
itself
Space
is
Island
legendary.
very highly.
Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. It's like it's
I wouldn't be opposed to it, honestly.
There is probably like one ugly thing with Space Island that we cannot blame any of the other monsters for, but
we'll talk.
Yeah,
next-
that's true. The
We'll get
monsters
there.
themselves are not doing anything wrong.
I don't know if Toe Jammer is deserving, but well, I guess
No,
it is.
but it's really funny to just have Noggin be the only one in above and
this
beyond,
little
though.
goofy little guy.
All right, whatever. All right, next monster up is. They're fantastic, and our next monster is
You're fantastic.
Thank you.
Your mom's fantastic.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh.
oh,
Pom pom.
we're not kind of wrong of action
Oh,
on that.
yes.
Oh yes.
The counter melody to the dun dun dun.
Like, the only pom pom in Dawn of Fire, that doesn't do the hey dippy yo. The only pom pom in Dawn of Fire that doesn't sing lyrics.
True. Well,
Hey,
actually,
right.
hey is an English word.
True, Arrow, you're wrong. Pom Pom does say English words. You're wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Bro.
This is not the aisle, bro.
God, I.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Pom Pom's another case example of like a monster on Space Island doing the super jump.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, we didn't even talk about it with the other ones, but like Rudy Toot and Toe Jammer do little super jumps as well.
One small step for monster kind, one giant leap for Pom Pom.
And Potbelly.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn.
I
don't really like when some people make it like play like once after another, because in game it's clearly meant to just be like variation. Like yeah, exactly. Like the verse starts and then it plays at the end of the verse, and I don't really like when people will make it play like once after like hey tibiodo, hey tibiodo, and then just do it again. Like it doesn't sound right when it repeats.
I don't like that
it
either.
Only really works.
I don't like
Maybe
that
it would
either.
work if Hula's on Space Island.
Agrees.
Yeah, maybe if Hula, but on its own now. That being said, it's very minimal, but like so is Flower, so it has to be high tier.
It does. It's exactly the same thing as Flower, so it
It's
deserves
literally Flower, but with a girl voice. We don't discriminate.
That's Barb, Lian.
Hooka hooga.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're already down to the last six.
My name got strep throat.
Wow, we are already down to the last six. Wow.
I was going to point out, but like, this is going fast.
Final six of
the tier list is in the shape of an F for fast.
F for facts.
The final 6 minutes of straight heat. Look at this.
All right, let's see which one's up first.
All in fact, heat and straight.
I don't know, guys. I think only Candelabra is heat.
Shut up.
Bro, Chinkstead.
Shut up.
Yeah.
We're talking about the straightest monster on the island.
It's like a third sponge.
Oh yeah, this Candelabra.
I've seen people say this Candelabra clashes. I disagree.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sound that complements Space Island.
Exactly, like it's so perfect for Space Island. Female choir, it plays atmospherically, and like it's just perfect.
I like how Candelabra is in the intro, and then like Furcord and Sponge comes in right after.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's placed perfectly. It's getting at least massively contributes because again, it does a similar role with Flower and Pom Pom.
It does a similar role with Sponge.
True.
I don't think it's as good as Sponge, but yeah.
Yeah, this is a very good Candelabra.
I kind of wish it got its own verse to itself, but whatever. Besides the intro. What? That's alluding to the main problem Space Island has. We'll talk about soon.
Another.
Next.
All right, who's next? We have 5 left.
Deech.
Blue or purple?
5 left.
Deech.
This one's a very
the final verse be like, hey, we need Repetillo. We have Repetillo at home.
Repetillo was
Bro, Deej is good.
Bro, they play the same verse.
Before we even talk about Deej, we need to talk about the fantastic animation of Deej on Space Island.
True. When people talk about Deej on Space Island, they talk about how those ice cubes are bumping.
I like how it's literally just trying to push the ice cubes down.
Such a good animation.
Deej Space Island knows it fucks so hard that the ice cubes are bouncing with the rhythm, bro.
It is so
He
high
is
quality.
literally-
Bumping, bro.
He is literally both struggling and cooking at the same time.
Ironic since it's the ice quad.
Bro's cold. This is cold as
Oh,
hell.
quad. Yeah,
Great ice.
and the sound itself, it's very good too.
It's-
very
Yeah, I
good.
feel like people don't give it sound enough credit because you could say it's like, oh, it's just like a boom tune, but like you listen to it individually, it's like actually a pretty layered and interesting drum loop. I'd say.
He just out on Space Island is literally Periscope's third track, but good.
It's
Oh,
almost
wow.
like it matches the pacing of the song.
True.
True.
I mean,
I
we put
mean-
Noggin in Above and Beyond. It's better than Noggin, so it's going in Above and Beyond.
You know what? I won't argue with that. I'll take
I
a
won't
Deej
argue,
W.
especially as especially as like one of the other percussion monsters is also Above and Beyond.
Deej is awesome.
I will not
You
deny
know
that.
what else
Deej.
is awesome?
Your mom.
Oh!
Next monster. It's gonna be.
We have a cool color scheme of monsters down there. Final four.
I was gonna say we got all like the green and orange monsters done earlier. Now we're just with the cool colors.
Rapatillo! Rapatillo!
Yo, the other Above and Beyond
Arrow.
electric
Arrow.
monster.
What's Repetillo to Hollow Arrow?
His male wife.
Oh my
That's what I'm
god!
talking about.
I forgot about that.
Although gets to once again talk about his male wife. But this
Bruh.
time, yeah, I agree. This is a very good Repetillo.
Oh my god. Oh, this is the last time I'm gonna talk about him until continent.
No more Repetillo.
Get ready to say goodbye for now.
Oh, he did hit the beat. Wow!
Good job.
Oh my gosh, Repetillo is literally only on 4 islands. Wait, Arrow, Hollow is crying.
Shut up, please.
Oh boy. Here I come.
No. Okay, I gotta do my boy justice. Okay.
You get the crusty tears.
Okay, I gotta do him justice. I'm not gonna do him justice. Okay, but I gotta talk about my boy. Okay, calm, cool. We are calm, cool, and collected, people.
We are cool, calm, and clear like water.
True. Bro, they had the same brain cell.
Cool,
Same
calm,
brain
and
cell.
clear like the tears I'm about to drink.
Bro. Okay, first of all, rhythm. Spunkiest rhythm on the island. Like.
I love the rhythm.
Repetillo really did make Space Island rhythmically interesting.
It does. It's the main percussionist of the Fur Corn verse, and it knows it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too over the top for it, but it's just enough. It's so spunky. I love it. If you take it away from the song, it like kind of dies. So, I mean, obviously it's getting above and beyond because it just does a lot.
It is such a layered drum track too. Like there's like it has like its like actual beats that you're like dun 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 dun, but like there's like a sub beat in it as well that's like keeping the rhythm going.
It's like Timpa.
Oh my
on
gosh,
Woodland.
you're right. We can't do it justice. It's such a layered drum track.
It is so It is like Timpa on Woodland. It's so layered and complex.
Yeah, I wonder what other island Timpa's on.
That is the second time that has happened today.
All right, Hollow, you know what to do. Put the cricket sound effects on
Yeah!
the video. Editor cricket sound effects.
That is the
I love
second
you
time we have freaking done that today. Leon, what's next? You're gonna tell us about how Dromedary should have gone to party?
Yeah, Dromedary would have honestly carried Party Island.
Okay. We gotta hype this thing up more. Come on, guys. Let's go
Alright,
until...
alright. What's our goal for Repetillo?
Oh, let's go. Okay,
Oh,
Okay,
and
but
it plays in
question.
the end. And as rhythmic
I was gonna
interest
say that, yeah,
at
it
the
plays
end.
the end. It's really good at the end.
okay, but question.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if Repetillo was replaced with Periscope?
Okay.
Okay, bro.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
We said hype it. We said hype up Repetillo, not a monster that's not even on the island. You are not
I
the
mean, it is
spokesperson
on the
for this.
island.
No, it's not. Okay, I remember earlier we said like Did someone say like Repetile like hypothetically coming in like halfway through the Sousa verse or something?
Yeah, I said that.
Like yeah, true. I remember. I just want to make sure I was remembering correctly. I wonder how that would sound.
I want to try that now.
Same.
Oh, I guess we know what you're going to do in the Monstercast video.
True.
I can kind of hear it. I don't know. I mean, obviously they made the song, so they would have known if it worked or not. But like, I don't know.
I mean, the music I make for the
They
Monstercast
forgot
videos
Tumblr
are
in the
purely
Discord.
experimental. I'm just tinkering around with the sounds.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, Repetillo, fantastic. We love him. 12 out of 10. I love him. He's amazing. He's my boy.
The very end of his track is really cool. Just freaking
caps off the end perfectly and even transitions. What more could you want from a percussion monster?
It's like Noggin on Firehaven.
Bro, what more could you want from a percussion monster? It's perfect. Perfection.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like how the percussion monsters are either they literally just exist or they literally are the most carrying percussion monsters ever.
I mean, it just goes to show you how solid Space Island is.
Alright, 3 monsters
The
left.
S in space stands for solid.
Alright, final
The
3, and it's all
for S tier.
The final tree.
and they're all fucking blue.
It
Good
was
modern
fucking
Space
blue.
Island.
Next monster is
Please be the one. Please.
Bowhead.
No, I really wanted it to be
I
Pummel.
mean, there was a 2 and 3
Go
chance
ahead,
that we
Mike,
would have
go.
a monster with
I need to
O in the
speak on this
name.
one. Let me speak on this one. I need to speak about Bowhead. Because I think Bowhead might be the GOAT of all time on this island, bro. Come on. Alright, let me cook. So, as you know, many of people's main complaint about Space Island is the repetition of the verses. And because they all just go like very freaking the same. And then one day, Extravaganza 2024, Bowhead
Blessed us with Bowhead.
He was graced on Space Island. And what did he bring? He brought variety. He brought 3 fucking tracks, 3 beautiful bassy tracks. His first track, copied in Furcorn with a layer of bass. Not exact. It's not even an exact copy. It does its own thing.
It's a counter melody.
And then the second track going in the freaking verse with only Pablo as percussion. And you know what he does? Counter melody. He does it so fantastically. It's so fucking good, bro. His bass, it's so good. And then his third track, the best fucking track. I think that might be one of the best fucking tracks on the island, where he just does short notes. And even then, no one thought Bowhead could do short notes. Everyone's just like, holy fuck, he's doing short notes. And then he does, and he calls across with pop, but it's like dun 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 it adds this tenseness to the island that just it's so fucking good, man.
Okay.
I think this might be my favorite song. I think it deserves legendary.
Okay, here's my take.
Yeah,
First of
Wanna
all,
hear my Leon impression? Bruh, you know what? I was deafened during all of that. I wasn't actually Arrow. You fucking cooked. Arrow stat fire there, bro.
alright, here's my
Okay,
take.
Leon.
Here is my take. Okay, so I finally have a reason to care about Bowhead. Let's go!
Okay, bro.
Bro, he was on content in the same.
Bowhead carries on every island it's on, bro. Don't come at me with that.
Okay, the third track would be here because it's Potbelly. It's a duet to a duet monster. That's crazy. But the other 2 tracks I think weren't the legendary tier. It's beyond amazing.
I agree. I'm glad we all agree.
Bowhead literally saved Space Island.
Okay,
Our
here's
Lord
the thing.
Savior, Bowhead.
Because when we're talking about Bowhead, we also got to bring up the big issue with Space Island, and that's
Yeah.
the structure. It's the big thing everyone always complains about.
Yep.
I mean, it's fair, but like now we finally have that variation that everyone so desperately wanted.
Okay, to be fair.
Bro.
Okay, Leon.
Bro.
No one's gonna know that, but that's not even the hardest alien yet.
Come on, though. This is such an interesting and complex supportive track. It's insane.
I agree. Like, I have my own stuff to yap about it as well. Like, it comes in at the perfect time when everything would start looping, and like the first part plays perfect counter melody. I like how different and low and deep and bassy it is for everything there. It works very well. It sounds like fits the orchestral vibe. Sounds like something like an '80s movie soundtrack. Very cinematic and awesome. And then it plays with the main trio, which is great as well. Also, really amazing that it doesn't ever feel like it's taking spotlight away from the other stringed monster on this island.
True.
And
Yeah.
and again, that third
Okay,
track,
I guess this is when we were
Chef's
talking about
Kiss,
Bogart.
is gorgeous. Those fast notes are so good. They freaking cooked, making it do it directly with Potbelly. The dun 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 dun. Like the track, Bowhead's tracks, like even though they are definitely like VSTs, they always find a way to make Bowhead's tracks sound authentic because you can hear the imperfections in it, and that's just what makes it better.
I was gonna be really worried that they were gonna put it at like just the end verse, but thank God they didn't do that.
Yeah.
They didn't even put it
I
in
didn't
the
even know
end at
which
all.
island they would put Bowhead on. It could have gone to any of them.
We all saw it coming
And they
from
made the
Space
right
Island.
choice with Space. It's a big floating whale.
I mean, this thing is just
Well,
they did him
like-
right.
It's a whale of a time.
And once again, superb animations.
True.
And then compare
I agree.
with this absolutely gobsmackingly phenomenal Dawn of Fire design that bro.
And bro,
They
don't
just-
forget.
They just gave him
And the design. Oh boy, the design.
just gave him more acne and more scars. Holy fuck, he looks so good, bro.
And he's so gigantic too. He's so big.
He is fucking huge.
Not as huge
And
as
one thing
your
that's really cool
mom.
that I noticed today is his shadow is actually in the shape of the end of his tail. It's always cool when like monster shadows aren't just circles and they like
Insane.
actually kind of match how they look.
Just,
Yeah. Risbit.
Okay, Leon.
Bro.
Okay, Leon.
just absolute insane quality. 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Well
You
deserved.
love to see it.
Again, I don't think we did it justice. You just gotta listen to it and you'll understand.
Yep.
God, dude, I hate like I don't know. It feels like we're saying like, oh, just trust us, bro. Just trust us. Like, I hope it doesn't come off. It doesn't come off like that.
Yeah, please, viewers, if it comes off like that, please tell us.
We are doing our best.
Yeah, no.
Well,
But like,
I don't know
actually,
about Leanne, but other than that, we are doing our best. I'm kidding, Leanne. We love you.
I mean, all you gotta say is
I hate
it
you
adds
now.
variation to Space Island, and that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 more monsters
Huge.
left. Which one is it gonna be?
2 more months.
Cool.
This is
Pommel.
crazy.
Pommel.
We're going to talk about the Pommel.
Pommel.
Pommel. We don't
Pommel
hope
is
we-
fucking ass.
No, that's where you're wrong, Leanne, because Pommel is not fucking ass.
Shout out to Raph.
Oh, we love you too,
We're probably gonna see Raph
We need to get
later
him back
on
on
in a
for
later
another one.
podcast.
Too good.
Shout out to Wrath for Pummel. guess.
Pommel.
Okay,
but Pommel
shout
is
out to-
actually the best percussionist on this island by a landslide, despite
Oh
it.
yeah, without a question, Pommel is phenomenal on this island.
Boom. Just,
Better than Repetillo.
yes, even better than Repetillo. Like,
Okay
Are
then.
we putting it in legendary?
I would honestly say so. Like,
I would too. I would too.
Monster literally only plays 2 notes in legendary.
I mean, those 2 notes are just because like it's kind of my argument with Monculus was that Monculus it had a great composition, but it wasn't good enough to get in legendary but if it played more, then it could have gone legendary because it would have had a big impact. That's kind of how I see Pummel on this island. It has as much of an impact as Stog or the main melodies on this island. Like, it is so important to this song. You take Pummel out, that song it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I agree. And it's crazy how tonally, when you listen to Pummel on its own, it sounds freaking terrifying.
True.
Like, I feel like I'm being stalked when I listen to Pummel on its own, but in the full song, it's just a complete tonal whiplash, and I love it for that.
Okay, people may say that, you know what, it's too simple to be in legendary tier, but its impact warrants the legendary tier.
That's exactly what it is. It's
It
impactful.
literally is an impact monster.
True.
Like I agree with like everything High Score said. This thing sounds like it would be in a horror movie. Freaking music, like you can hear.
Like literally Space Island and just the Dawn of Fire as a whole. Like so many of these compositions, it's like straight out from a cinematic movie. So well done.
Yeah, like look at Continent.
Yeah, no shit.
This is the best
Every
Pummel.
song in this island and in this game.
This is the best Pummel by a landslide. Set maybe Continent. I mean,
Exactly.
Continent's the only one you can make an argument for, but
Pummel
otherwise
is
it's the best
not
Pummel.
fucking ass.
I would say this is the best Pummel,
See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Pummel isn't ass. Pummel gets ass.
bro.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah, this is the best.
What else do you think Pummel is beating with its tongue?
I swear to God!
It's
You're telling me you wouldn't let
membrane.
Pummel clap you with those tongues?
There,
I'm not
right
even
there.
lying.
Look at that 10 will 10 that skin. Look at that killer shape he's in.
Okay,
that
bro.
slightly
Okay, bro.
stubby
You
shit
wanna
up,
go,
he's
bro?
gay, totally
We're
gay.
trying to get it. We gotta warn him.
You shut your damn crackhead mouth.
All right. I think we saved one of the best monsters for last. It seems.
All right,
We don't need a random gem regenerator for
Yeah, we
this one.
literally saved 3 legendary monsters for last.
saving the
Bo
best.
motherfucking Gart.
Bone motherfucking head and bone motherfucking guard.
Another legendary tier for
Bogart.
Bogart.
Why'd you say it like it was Irish or Scottish, bro?
That's literally my Irish accent, bro.
It's fucking Bogart.
Ooh, it's fucking Bogart, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
High
Where's
score, we're not on
Bogart?
Jerry Island.
so what could we say about Bogart?
It's
Both these tracks are
It's
amazing.
really fast paced and it really fits the tone of the song. For one,
The tension. The
Hidden
tension's
Stog.
it also basically plays like almost the entire song except the intro
But
and outro.
it works. Like it's fast paced, but it works because it just fits the vibe.
It's almost
See,
like
this
this
is how
song
you
is
do a
fast
fast-paced
paced.
monster without making the song feel boring.
Even on its own, this thing is a blast to listen to.
I mean, you can say that about any Bogart track.
True.
Yep. Bogart like the
Like,
king.
what even is the worst Bogart? Tribal Island?
That's a paradox. There is none.
True.
Bogart, like its elemental opposite, the king Vogel, has a perfect track record.
It does.
King.
I can't think of a single thing where Bogart has ever done anything wrong.
The kings of rival nations.
God, we're gonna talk about Space Island. It's gonna have.
I guess
not
Mirror.
space,
I
please,
guess
God.
Mirror Plant Island. I don't know.
God.
Actually, no. Bogart carries the Mirror Island.
We're gonna talk about Cave Island, and we're gonna have Bogart, Quibble, and Flugel on that island. Jesus Christ.
Ew, Quibble.
Okay, Lian. First of all, okay, Lian. Second of all, what a freaking palate cleanse.
First of all, okay, Leanne. Second of all, okay, Leanne. Third of all, okay, Leanne. Fourth of all,
Okay.
First of all,
I mean, same, but
Vegeta. Second of all, you're not Vegeta.
Third of all, you want to be Vegeta, but you can't be Vegeta because I'm Vegeta.
Arrow posting the Goku gif.
Anyways,
Bro, there's a difference between Goku and Vegeta.
Well, I mean, it's Dragon Ball, so it's on brand.
Dragon
It's funny
beat
to
nuts.
post it. Okay, Lian.
Dragon my balls on your face.
alright. Anyways, yeah, this is just one of
We
those
didn't even
cases.
get into Bogart very much.
No, we got.
Like,
Okay.
it feels like there's so much to scratch here.
Let's not forget the tracking closure and everything. Done, 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 done. It's still doing the kind of arpeggio-ish thing, but even then, it's doing its own little melody inside of it. Pause, kinda.
It's like,
You know.
or I mean, like, yeah, like it's keeping the beat and rhythm. Like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I really like when Bogart. It's a similar thing it does on Plant Island, where it's like it has that one track that's just like dun dun dun, and the second track just those two tracks combined like dun 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 dun, and like it does a similar thing except they're not really broken up.
Okay.
Yep.
It's just
The
I
first
love
track
this
that it
monster
plays in
so
the
much.
fur corn verse, very
Yeah, the
atmospheric.
Furcorn voice track, it's so good.
It's a very atmospheric track, and then the second one is just so uplifting and joyous.
Exactly.
It's like-
couldn't have said it any better myself.
It's like Stog just half this just it's like Stog is one piece, Bogart's the other, the rest of the island's that third place. It's like
Dog is one
even
piece,
just his
Bogart the
design is
other.
done. I love Bogart, adult Bogart, Son of Fire design. So good.
Bowhead is the super glue that fixes Space Island. And speaking of, what do you guys think of Space as a whole?
It's really good.
It's a damn good
One of
island.
the best, one of the better. Dare I say one of the best or even the better islands in
you know
honestly.
what?
If Bowhead wasn't in Dawn of Fire, I probably would have had a much different opinion on Space Island.
Okay, Leanne.
I mean, even still, like it doesn't invalidate what the tons of good stuff here.
Look at this tier list.
Yeah.
Look at that legendary tier.
Yeah, Leanne.
That's the best legendary we've had yet.
Yeah, this might be the best island so far, and we haven't even hit the most other Dawn of Fire islands.
I mean, you know me. I'm a Dawn of Fire stan. Of course, I absolutely adore this
We
island.
went from the worst island to the best island, and we technically only really traveled to the past.
Okay, Leanne.
Okay, Leanne.
No, he's got it true.
As you know, it can't be the best island. There's another Dawn
I
of Fire
mean,
island.
it's one of the best islands we've covered so far.
It's amazing. It's perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. 10 out of 10. No complaints.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this exemplifies a good song.
Just
Yep. So we can all
Maybe
agree
there's
this
like a
song.
little issue.
So we all agree. This song is good.
thumbs up for me, for sure.
Thumbs up for me.
Yep.
I just have one little thing. I'm looking at this tier list. I'm like, I think I might bump up Potbelly and Sponge.
Oh, close to that. That
I know.
really really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
I
just.
don't know about
I'm thinking
Sponge,
about
but
Potbelly's really
definitely
good.
Potbelly.
I don't know about Sponge. I'm still have my doubts on Sponge, but definitely
No,
Potbelly.
no, I see Sponge
I
can be
feel
lower.
Sponge too.
All right.
Oh, you know,
Yep.
fair. I'll be close to
Whatever.
that.
Look at this. It's a little.
Wow.
It's an upside down staircase of sounds. Look at this.
It's a
That's how
reverse
you know
L.
Ireland's good.
Wow,
That's
just
wrong.
I'm looking at this tier list. I wasn't expecting such a good output here. And like, bro, this
Yeah.
this island's amazing. Let's be real.
I agree.
I
would-
love
I would
this island
disagree.
to death. It's like I think I love Cloud Island, but it definitely has quite a few issues. But Space Island's
Cloud
like,
Island has Reeling and Incisor.
okay,
Bro, Cloud Island still
Cloud
holds up.
Island has actual bad monsters.
okay, Leanne. Overall, we called it good at the end of the day. This island's simply incredible. One of the greats of MSM.
And next up, we're probably gonna do like
We don't know what we're doing next.
All right, next up, next episode, we marked our halfway point. With that being said, Space Island's really good, and I think that's all we have to say. So, Arrow, run the outro.
All right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and the other channels mentioned in this channel, especially me. Guess who still needs that talk show?
I'm surprised I am even still alive.
Me, I still need that talk show. Come on, you know you want it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you here on next time. Bye.
Bye.
I love Space Island.